Well, we're on the road again, but not anywhere close to home. Heading back closer to home. I had to go to that scrap yard and give them my final settlement for everything I bought, and it's pretty well, it's over with. There's no, I mean, they're chucking stuff out of trailers onto the ground and picking it up with the magnet and throwing it in the dumpsters. So we did as much as we could there. But we're actually headed now on the way back to stop and work on an orange tractor. And we're gonna get started right after this. All right, welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. And today we're working on this horsey, 8030. It has a fuel leak and the injection pump needs rebuilt, basically. So we're gonna pull this off of here so that he can take it in and have it done. I was also of the mind that we should probably just go ahead and take the injectors out so he can take those along with him. I see a little bit of like leakage in places, but I don't know. I'm a fan of you take the pump, you take the injectors, but if it turns out that the injectors are going to be super hard to pull, maybe we'll just not do that thing. But yeah, it's been a good while since I've done one of these. I remember doing them in the shop. I'm pretty sure that what we're going to run into is there's a timing pointer inside here, and we got to line it up where it's in line with the degrees there, and then in this window I'm pretty sure there is a mark, and it won't line up necessarily, but when you see the mark in the window somewhere, that means that you're on number 1 where it should fire, if your pointers line up and you see that line. They use these AMBAC 100s, American Bosch Model 100 pumps. Allis Chalmers and I believe International used them, but on Internationals they were on the opposite side of the motor. So I don't know why Allis Chalmers, they like to put stuff on this side of the motor, because it's the same way like the Olivers. Allis used the rotary DB pumps, and Oliver used them, and Allis Chalmers used them, but they're on opposite sides of the engine. So it's the same kind of thing. You got to take the timing window off the side that it's on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm thinking about what I'm doing here. I don't think it will leak. I don't think it will leak out fuel constantly, because it's got to pump it up. I don't think so, but I'm sure it will come back to me when I screw it up, you know. Also, I should note that it's cold here and miserably windy, and I think the last time I worked on a tractor in this building, it was cold and miserably windy. That's been several years ago, but seems like I can't ever get out here when it's a nice day. I should have also brought a flashlight so we could see what we're doing, but we'll make it happen, friends. We'll make it happen. We need to disable it so that it cannot be accidentally turned over or anything. So we'll take his battery cables off or something, just for security's sake, and then we'll do what we got to do. But I'm gonna have to get some tools. Also, I noticed right behind there is this old friend. Let's give it a quick look over and see how our work is doing. It's got a few little, like I was afraid of, in places where it's dripping off of things, but I don't know. I figured that would happen on some of it, because we kind of just got into the mode of we fixed the worst stuff and had to stop. I see it's started in with the exhaust gaskets again. Overall, that's not too bad. This side though, I'm afraid, well, it's actually better than I thought. See, this started seeping right like during our test drive, and there's a couple, I don't remember if there's 2 or 1 fat O-rings in there. I need to go ahead and get some of them and just come down here and swap that out for him. Likewise, temperature sender, we were gonna swap out, but it stayed pretty clean. I don't know if he's used it every day or not. It almost looks so clean, like it hasn't been used. Maybe he washed it, I don't know. But he was gonna feed with it, I think, every day, so. Interesting. But it's nice to see to follow up on our, what we've done. Like I said, I think we did it a lot of favors. I mean, sure. All right. One thing I regret maybe is I should have brought my thinking stool. That probably would have made it nice to sit here and do what we had to do. But I guess our first order of business is, let's just go ahead and take the battery cables off, as in the ground. We won't take them both off. We'll take the ground cables off, not the hot and the ground, is what I'm getting at. Maybe. Although quite honestly, we could probably just take this loose right here, and that would probably kill it. All right. Let's just is that easy to get to or not? I think these things hinged out somehow, but I guess they probably don't if you have this step on there. I don't know. I'm no orange expert. That's got to be enough, though. That's got to have killed it. Yeah, there's nothing. So I think I did what I set out to do. All right, so nice, so nice. Now, probably would be easier to loosen the alternator and get those belts out of my way. Oh, that's nice. We're missing a bolt. That's probably, we should probably fix that while we're at it. It's been a long time since I worked on one of these. In their day, these were actually very nice tractors, and they still are. I mean, the cabs on these are probably the best cabs that were out there. There's enough room in one to have a square dance, and I don't know, just very good cabs for their day. Okay, let's see here. Am I gonna get it all taken apart with a 9/16? A lot of it. It's been a few years since this one's been apart. I forgot another thing he wants to do is set these wheels out wide. I don't look forward to that, but okay. We struggled with the back ones, and then the front ones, we didn't have the right size stuff the day we were here, and I can't get a socket on them. I don't know if you can see them from where you are now, but the one of them's inside the front cradle, and I don't know how that's going to be to get that apart. It's going to be kind of a hassle, I'm afraid. And when we're done here today, we're going to put this cover back on to keep the dirt out of the motor as much as possible. And I hope that I can't remember. The back is really hard to get that bolt off of, I believe. And I don't remember. I'm sure I will remember before we're done, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. We always do. I cannot see a thing. You probably can't either, and what's the point of having this video if you can't see anything? Hang out, little buddies. I'll get you more interesting stuff here in a minute. Right now you're just watching a guy drop a socket 50 times. I'm afraid we're going to be hosed too, because I bet I didn't bring enough extensions to get that back bolt on the injection pump. Although maybe it comes through from the other way. I can't remember now that I think about it. I don't know. I don't remember. We'll figure it out. Somebody else did it once before. We can do it again. Probably gonna need a gasket too before we go back together. That did come off though reasonably good. I'm gonna take this little window off. Now I need a way to turn this motor, and that's not right. I thought it was that size. That's why I brought it. Please be this size, because I don't think I have a bigger one. Yes. It's 1 7/16", I believe. I was thinking it was 1 5/16". Alright, friends. I'm seeing it now. I had to phone a friend, and it's coming back to me. I'll try to get you a view of it. Okay, good deal. Alright. I do not work on these every day with this style pump. International people probably do. Can you see in there that little scribe line up and down? It's kind of in there, hard to see. I don't know if you'll see it or not, but if I turn this pump, that moves. And there's actually a little timing pointer in the housing. And basically what I have to do is, if I line that up with that scribe there, and then I take you out here to this, you see that timing pointer, it's actually a little bit before top dead center, but that's okay because I'm good to go. As long as my pump is lined up with that, then I remember that this is like, what, 1, 2, 3 hash marks before top dead center. It's gonna run, is what I'm saying. Because my pump, I just called the pump shop to be sure how he would time it. And he'll do what I did here. He'll line that up, scribe. Because if this is, I'm not making myself clear, I guess, what's happening, but if this pump was on an IH tractor, you would have to have that scribe on the opposite side, because that would be the timing window that you'd be using. So it's just, if you don't do that, you're going to be 180 degrees off, and we don't want that. So problem solved. We're in time now. Now we can proceed with pulling this pump off. All right. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take that gear out, kind of like I did on that 77 diesel, so that the pump does not turn. That should be the size. Ooh, and I think we need to break those loose and then reline it up. I actually moved it by pulling on these bolts. So let's get this broke loose and then we'll do it again. This is a hopping place. There's stuff going on everywhere. I'm gonna put that back in. Okay, I moved it. No, that's too far. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, that's right where we were a minute ago. Now our lines are like they were. It's before top dead center. So, sure, I don't know. This is just the way it is. As long as we put it back the same way we took it off, it should be good to go. And since we have that mark in this side, we know that it's not 180 degrees out of time, which is a headache. So, yeah, we're gonna take this off. We're gonna get that gear out. You come out of that gear. Yes, you will. All right, slotted gear too, see? So there's things that can change if you don't watch what you're doing. Okay, where do we want to proceed here? Well, we need to start taking lines off of everything. We got that part disconnected. I guess I can show you in there. So we've got the heads of the bolts, the 12 point, they go through, and we're gonna have to see how that back one is gonna be the bare, and I don't remember how difficult it is. It's very difficult probably, but I might be able to sneak behind with a long extension and hold it. Not a very good view. This isn't very good camera work in this building, but anyway, we're gonna keep plugging away here, and I'm gonna strip some stuff off of this, disconnect lines, and we're gonna see what we can do. I'm wondering if we need to tell him to perhaps replace this line whilst we have it out. That goes around back there. It comes down and goes into the top of the filter. So that might be something that he wants to do whilst we have it apart, just because it would be easier. But the pump is timed up now, and the tractor's timed up. As long as the engine doesn't get moved, we're gonna video this so I don't forget where it was. It was about 1, 2, 3, depending on your perception, 3 to 4 hash marks before top dead center on this, and then it was dead on that line inside of the injection pump. So that'll get us where we need to be. Hello darkness, my old friend, huh? That's what it looks like for you, because you can't see nothing. And another sad affair is I was gonna bring the offset wrenches, and I didn't do it. And how much you want to bet I'll probably end up needing them? I'll probably get all of them but one, and I'll need them. Like that back one. I don't even remember if it's possible to take them all loose as one or not, or if I have to take the clamp off and pull them out of there one at a time. But since I want to take the injectors out too, I might ought also see about just taking these all the way off right now, you know. Yes, cow. I'm glad that the cows here like to moo at me too. It's not just the hometown cows. There we go. Just a matter of, yeah. Okay, come on. Come on, baby. Don't be so crazy. Alright, I think they're all loose now. I'm gonna try my terrible luck at the injectors now and see if I can get these pulled off. This is the camera mount that doesn't swivel, so I can't really. It might be easier to go from the other side. I might actually do that. I might take that other side panel off, because it might let more light in here for me to see what I'm doing. Let me go do that. That kind of lightened it up a little bit for us, didn't it? I can see better. Hopefully you can see better. I might also go around to the other side to get those loose. Getting very close, friends. Getting very close. The next trouble is going to be, do I have enough 12-point sockets with me to get some of this stuff loose? And I bet the answer is no. Yeah. Ooh. Oh no. Well, that is a good thing that happened now. But that fuel line that I said we might have to tell him to replace, it just broke off. It just broke in the middle while I was pulling it out of the way. So that's a blessing in disguise. He's gonna get one of them made. So good thing that happened now and not after we put it all the way back together. We'll get this pump off of there and then we'll pull that line off for him so he can get that made. All right, well, we lucked out on one thing and we negatived ourselves on another thing. And that is, I found a long extension, which is good. However, I really need a short extension to be able to hold the 12-point heads inside of this cover. All right, we're gonna get it now. 3/8 of 3/8 heads. Yes, that's what they are. It's coming back to me now, friends. It's been a lot of years, but it's coming back. It's a 3/8 bolt with a 3/8 head. Because America. I think before we get carried away, we should do the most difficult to get one. So I don't have to celebrate yet. Oh, okay. All right. Don't cry yet. Don't cry yet. We can get this. All we gotta do is cry a little bit. Not a lot. Just cry. Just cry, just cry. Come on. Get in there, you. Okay, come on, baby doll. We gotta go by. There ain't no seeing it. It's only feeling it. I've got to work like you've been watching. There's a lot of trash behind here. Oh man, there's a lot of trash. Oh boys. Please don't tell me that the sockets are in. We have to get this done. No. What happened? In a tale that only I could tell, the socket has cracked. And so that's the end of that socket. I gotta try to find another one. Okay, in case it's not clear, but when the torrent of animal sound started and I shut off the camera because it's one of those things. The socket that I need is a 12-point 3/8 socket, and I broke it, cracked it, won't hold. Guess what? I don't have a second one with me. I have lots of 12 points, but no, or not, I'm saying it wrong. I have lots of 6 points, but not another 12 point. And in the 1/2-inch set that I've got, for some reason, there is no 3/8. There's only goes down to 7/16. So town is closer than home. So I guess I'll just go to town and buy more stuff. And that's okay, because I can also buy some shop rag assortments or something, and just stuff. I need some stuff to cover things so that sand doesn't blow in when we take all this stuff off. But I am not having a thrilling time. Yeah, this simple thing is turning into another one of our ordeals. So I'll bring you back once I get progress. Okay, well, I went to town. Apparently a 12.38 socket is as elusive as the dodo bird, because it was next to impossible to find any. I went to 4 stores and I've managed to scrounge up. One store had one in a 3/8 drive, which I'm not wild about because I just broke a 3/8 drive. I would like to have had a 1/2-inch drive. And another store had 2 different kinds, so I bought one of these, and then I bought a set of swivel things, which is fine. I'll throw those in this toolbox that stays at the truck. That'll be kind of handy sometimes, but I'm hoping that we can get this job done without destroying more tools, because good grief, I mean, we ain't got time for that. And I hate to drive all the way home, even though I have everything I need at home. Never have it with you. No matter what you bring, you still don't have enough. That's the way it always works. So we're gonna try it and see what happens. I don't know, but I'm hoping that this sucker's off of there pretty soon. All right, he's getting something to weight down my rags, but we got the pump, we got a fuel hose with a bad split in it, and I got all the injectors pulled out, and that went fairly good. So I'm gonna type him up a list of stuff we need, and we'll weight that down, and we should be good to go. It's kind of humorous, because I thought that he was gonna, you know, I said, you tape this up however you want, and then he came back and brought me a tape, and we talked for a minute, and then he walked away. So I guess I will figure out how to tape it all up so that nothing gets in there. I don't think that anything's gonna get in there, but it's like this. If you drop anything here, it's all sand, so you gotta watch. I'm just kind of, I don't want to use up all the rags on one thing, but I gotta do, I think I can multitask here a little bit, or use one rag for multiple things, is what I'm saying. All right. I think I got it about as good as I can get it. I mean, there's really nothing else I can do. I might find something to lay over top of the rags on the injectors. Here's a piece of wood. There we go. That'll work. That'll help. I think it's pretty well sealed up. I found this, well, now I dropped it. I found this old gasket went back behind the injection pump, where obviously somebody slid a new one in, and then that one fell and it wasn't worth getting to. But before we put this back together, we're gonna have to clean that all up really good. And I told him we need to replace the rubber deals in these lines that we can't get to whilst we're doing this, because if that starts leaking next, boy, you'd have a rough time. I got this fuel line covered here, not fuel line, but it's the where that line connects. It fed up behind all this, and then it cuts through that opening to the other side, wraps around behind the injection pump, and then there you got it. But laundry list of things. He's got to get 12 copper washers. I believe they're 2 different sizes. He's got to get these 6 injectors all tuned up and whatever. And I wanted to double check that the copper washer came out with all of them. It did, I believe. So we're good to go. It did on the first 3, so we're good. Otherwise, you got to go fishing down in there and get that. So injectors tested / rebuilt, whatever they need. Copper washers for that. 6 felt or whatever they're made of, rubber. Some of those, like on the 200s and that, were like a foamy thing, I don't know. But he needs 6 of those, and then pump rebuild, fuel hose. And then I think we are good to go, and we'll be able to put this back together for him. So it only took one more trip to town to get the failure tools taken care of, but we got her done. So I guess we'll leave this one here. I'm gonna text him a list of the stuff I just said so he can remember what's what. And we will be back here at some point to put the pump back on. So until that time, we're gonna leave this one here. After watching what you just saw, do you feel like your IQ has dropped lower than your credit score? Well, there's no reason that both of us should be miserable, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. Your banker may not approve, but I know mine will. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.